Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another free-for-all game. Today, well, before we get started in this game, I'm going to do something a little bit different this time, I've been asking for your support at the end of the videos, but I realize, probably not everybody watches the whole thing to the very end. You might watch till the end of the game or whatever you decide to tune out. But for those of you who are joining us today, please, if you enjoy these videos, just give me a subscribe, a like, whatever you can, watch some more videos. I've looked at the requirements YouTube has now for succeeding with your channel to monetize. They've reduced the subscriber count. You only need 500, which is pretty nice. It's gonna pause while I finish. But you only need 500 subs, but I need a lot of hours viewed in a year. So anything you guys can do, please appreciate it. Anyways, we've got another one for you guys. Let's get back into it. This is another mega deer spawn map. This time, fortunately, there are no roost players to exploit that gigantic advantage. I have randomed into the Order of the Dragon. And in this game, so normally as an Order of the Dragon or HRE player, I would have probably considered building in the middle of the map. There's only one other Order of the Dragon player in this game. But because there were 3 sacred sites, I decided I'm not going with that strategy. I'm not going to try to go for the sacred win, right? I instead going to go for something a little different here. Moving myself up in this position, I very quickly realized, oh no, someone right next to me. Little do I know. Yet, there's even another player very close to me here. I thought this guy was close to me, but it looks like he actually built down here. Just building his water here. And there was a lot of water. Even I soon discovered that there was water, I believe. Not quite yet. I saw this little pond here. I guess I could have soon, but you never know. Sometimes they can just be little ponds, as you can see on this whole map. Oh my gosh, there's some serious water on this map. And I saw this here, and I went up to scout with my king, and to look for deep water fish. Did, I believe, find one. And for a second here, I thought, hey, all right, let's go get on food. We already kind of started getting on deer, but let's get on food, and let's switch to water. But then I'm like, wait a minute, why do I need to switch to water when we've got a million deer on the map? I didn't, I feel like it's a long-term advantage. I think water, you'll get, a higher income eventually, but it's just the initial investment. And I'm playing Order of the Dragon. I want to get up and I want to get those relics ASAP, right? So I decide, no, wait, I second guess myself and I say, no, let's not do water. Let's just stay on, all these deer. We can get this upgrade. We can go crazy on deer this game. We can just completely ignore the water. Meanwhile, the other Order of the Dragon players decided to take a more traditional route. Let's slow things down here and see what's going on. So he's trying to age up in the middle, maybe take the sacred sites, maybe just get all the relics. You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 relics right here in the middle. And absolutely none on the edges of the map. So it looks like I'm not going to get any relics this game. And I think I could make a second scout eventually. And I look around and I realize that. And I discovered that, oh yes, there's even yet another player up above me. This is going to be a tough one, guys. There's players right next to me. I'm on the edge of the map with, probably going to be a 0 relic game in the immediate future. So at some point here, we see teal start to be a little bit annoying here. He's a JD player. I was worried he was going to send JD right at me right at the beginning, because you can in this nomad mode. She builds the town center, and very soon after that she can level up. But For whatever reason, Teal decided to leave her as a peasant for a while, which is a huge boon to me. You know, I don't have an archer or a really early man-at-arm coming around cleaving my peasants, but I do spot, like I have this scout here, and he scouts all these builds coming here. So I see that he's trying to build a tower here. Looks like he's trying to take this gold. And we can see, okay, he's sending a knight now. So I did try to deny this. Basically, I think I pull all my vills here to try to shut this down because I guess I could have just moved somewhere else. I don't think this was necessary. See how many we lost. We probably lost a few here, right? 13 vills. 12. I think I lost 2 already. I lost 2 vills for that and a lot of idle time. I was gonna jump in there actually. Guys back. Okay. So we lost a couple of vills and a lot of mining time. But we did shut down that tower. Seems insist weirdly. His micro is a little bit odd here. I don't know what he's. Now this player secured this area. Well, he hasn't secured it because, right, like, his tower failed. And it's so hard to see this mini-map, isn't it? There's such a cluster of deer all over the map. It's hard to tell what's really happening, but keep an eye on some of the other things that go on in this game because I think there's going to be some more interesting occurrences. So, here comes down here. I'm kind of in a tough spot here in this game. I've lost a couple of vills. You can see my score is actually the lowest of all the players in this game right now because of what's happened. And because of my indecision. But I am making a burger. I decided I'm not going to get relics probably. Plus I have this, you know, I have a lot of bonus food income here. I have a big gold right here. Let's go Burgrave. I want to deal with this teal player right away. He's proven that he wants to be aggressive against me. You know, even to both of our own detriment. So I need to get rid of him, right? I need to defend, and then I need to just destroy him. I'm probably gonna lose this game at this point. I've kind of, you know, foregone that conclusion that I'm gonna have a good shot in winning this game, but you know, I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna try to take out Teal and try to beat him at least, right? But he secured this gold now. I have a tower here. So I did basically what he was trying to do to me, I did back to him. I wasn't able to get any. Okay, I got my stone up here now. I'm sharing stone with blue. Finally got some stone, and eventually I get the arrow slits upgrade. Try to defend my own gold against his knights. I have a few, you know, early gilded men-at-arms out now. We have something to defend. Probably should be making spears at first here instead of men-at-arms, but is what it is. I think I just didn't have enough. I had a lot more gold than wood, as you can see. Why I ended up with those. Yeah, we're getting the spear upgrades, veteran spears. Looks like Teal's not just attacking me; he's trying to instigate purple as well. So this player is a little bit strange in his technique. Harassing and annoying people right now. Purple's way down there, so he's not gonna be too bothered. I keep getting, you know, pushed with these. I'm starting to get a couple spears out now, it looks like, so I have to be able to shut down the threat. But it looks like I didn't notice this. He sent a mail, that's why too. Probably just killed it so quick that I didn't even notice this happened. But I only meant to get a little bit of stone there, and I got enough. It looks like for if I want to build another 2C, I can, which is nice. Yeah, I didn't even notice this happening. I was so preoccupied with what Teal was doing. So I was also kind of worried that I might chop through too far here in Teal's his vision here. He will be able to spot my vills eventually through these trees somehow. Maybe if you built like a tower up here, you could. And I also got my own town center to contend with, so it's kind of hard. I probably could have done the same to him, maybe. Shot his vills here, right? I don't know if actually it would give line of sight through a full forest like that. Okay, so it looks like I didn't even notice this was happening, but you know, blue decides to push Teal while we're fighting, so you know, looking pretty tough for me and kill right now. Yellow picks off a kill. We missed something here. Yellow, it looks like the English player went and pushed the Mongol player, defeated him, and he just gave up, and Yellow was able to take the kill there. Meanwhile, Red's kind of securing the middle. Looks like he's got L's back. Keep going up. It's, you know, he's trying to take 3 different sides at once. So I'm not too worried about him doing this. Plus he's still got two to three players surrounding him down here that are definitely gonna be focusing on him when he does that. So Teal comes back to defend his base. I'm pushing Teal in the meantime. So me and Blue are both taking Teal out. Unfortunately, for me, it looks like Blue is right on top of his king. Meanwhile, I'm still not aware. I think right now is when I see the. I thought it was the king, but then I was that's just JD coming. Then I'm like, oh shit, okay, I gotta get ready to. Then it's too late. Like by the time I scout this, I think I saw I even pulled some bills here to try to snipe the king because I saw that Teal had surrendered and I assumed the king would be here, but you know Blue was already on him, surrounding him, so that means that Blue gets that pig off. So from this point of I'm like, okay, I gotta. You know, I probably want to take Blue out because Blue's the next one close to me, and he's got the pop advantage, and I've got the, you know, I've made all these units, and look at, he's like not microing properly. He's putting everything in his same control group with the ram. He should have sacrificed the ram and pulled all these back, or you know, just put him in separate control groups, and he lost a lot of units on the retreat there, just because of that. And I've got, you know, a lot of spears and a few men-at-arms there. I'm looking pretty good. Meanwhile, Red takes the 3 sacreds. So now we're on a timer, and I've decided to ignore this because of what I said earlier. It's 3 sacreds. He's got people surrounding him already. I've got bigger fish to fry. I figured they'll. This is a common mistake people make. I know I've mentioned this in the past that you probably don't want to do this, but I think in certain situations it's okay to rely on other players to take out the sacreds. You know, I'm in a tough spot here. I don't have a good eco. All I have is this army. I need to make something happen here. I need to get myself back in this game. I need to get rid of the blue player, and then I need to like eco up and start booming. You know, because I'm way behind, right? Like at this point, you can see on the scoreboard, even there's players, you know, 3,000 points, 4,000 points even with red here, and I'm still, you know, I just don't have an eco yet. I just have this army, and I need to capitalize on it. So keep pushing blue despite what's going on the sacred. I think it gets down to like maybe 3 minutes or something, or 5. I kind of noticed it at like 5 minutes left or something. Like building there, but you know, if these guys aren't gonna do anything about it, you know, what am I gonna do, right? If I go here to the middle, blue can push me and kill and take my king, or I could probably get him on a transport ship, but he could probably landmark snipe me pretty easily here. I need to just get rid of him, right? I mean, maybe I can help middle if there's time after I get rid of him, but for now we need to just focus on him. So basically what I did here is I was successfully like denying him mining and killing a lot of his villas. I noticed I was winning that fight, but what happened was you know, like when you order the dragon, you really want to make sure that you don't lose units. So I decided to pull back my weak units and get my prelate out here to heal him up before I go again. Maybe with a mango and some more siege to kill these buildings, then I can really just stop him. So try to do that. Save these units, keep them alive. Fully heal up. And I think I for a second like was like, wait a minute, what's this? That's just JD. Once again, he sent out his builds. He doesn't have any gold back here now. He looks like he's all mined out. He has 1 gold mine. Wiped him out. Oh, I moved down there. I think I was debating going middle for a second because we're down at like I think 4 or 5 minutes now. And I was like, but then I was like, you know what? We need to definitely focus blue. Just get him out of the game. Then we can try, and we can hopefully rely on the other players. So while I'm fighting him, we're gonna take a look down here and see what's going on. Looks like green is pushing a huge army in, which is great. Take care of red there. He's gonna eliminate the town center, which is gonna cancel. Maybe cancel emergency repairs. That is only 2C. It is. Okay, perfect. So no more emergency repairs. Once that goes down, yellow's got the trebs. The English player's got the trebs, and I kill blue. Or no, wait, sorry. Green kills red, and blue, and I kill blue. So it was a success. I guess he left his king in one of these buildings for some reason. He didn't have it in the elves back. Or maybe green did get sent the elves back. I'm not sure, but it looked like maybe he was just in the TC. The red player wasn't really paying attention apparently, and we're able to shut that down. So perfect. So now I'm like, okay, that's dealt with. Blue's dealt with, and middle's dealt with. There's those players down there. I don't exactly know where purple is, I think. Okay, I guess I know I pinged it, so I figured out he was down there too. And then now I'm like, okay, I need to eco up, right? Like, look, my economy is terrible. It's 50 workers at 25 minutes in the game. I'm assuming that at this point someone's just gonna come through, roll me, and kill me at some point. But I'm gonna try my best. So I decided to go to Swabia. I was originally thinking I was gonna go Elsback, you know, just protect my king, but I realized I really need to get back in this game. A second TC at this point is not enough. I really needed to start pumping out bills so I get the Swabia. Still have 0 relics. No one had any relics up here. They're all in the middle. What I was debating doing was coming down here to try to grab these relics in the middle. I knew that red would have dropped them, but I figured if I did that, then I would aggro these players towards me instead of fighting each other, and I really wanted them to fight each other as they were doing. You can see the purple's fighting yellow. Green is about to come in as well, looks like. So looks like yellow gets sniped, and let's see who gets the kill. So purple gets the kill. So everyone has right now. Everyone has in this game, I believe, 1 kill. So let's see. Let's see. Green, 250. Purple, can't tell, but 250 we assume. Me 250, but relative to these other players, a bit behind. Purple is doing here, you know, 100 workers. Green here, 88 workers, more military. And me, we're starting to get up there now. We were at 50 workers just a couple minutes, like 2-3 minutes ago. Now we're at 88. Starting to pump. We're catching up, right? So these players are still a decent bit ahead of me with their militaries, but I'm being left alone for the moment. We're chilling. We're trying to get our eco boom. I probably could have got on water here. I realized in this game that I mean, right now I have pretty good food income. I think it's later on that I start to suffer because while the, you know, deer hunting is great, you can see, like, if you're not constantly micromanaging it, the villagers will shoot the deer will run away, and they'll start, you know, grabbing deer that are farther and farther out, and you'll have to keep remembering to build mills. It's kind of a little bit of a pain to manage in the late game. I think a water transition here might have been nice for me, especially with all this wood that I have. But we ended up getting we started pumping out a bunch of production buildings as we get up into the 100 workers here. Start thinking about what we want to do. So I know at some point here I realized these players must be fighting each other because they haven't come for me. No one's came to kill me, right? I think maybe I can hear the cannonballs or whatever sounds are coming down here. We can see, indeed, they are fighting each other. So, fortunately, my decision to build on the corner of the map paid off in this game, I think. I'm sure I would have already been out of this game, you know, with all these players down here. I mean, I was even in a tight spot on the north side of the map because there was a couple other players up there, but we were able to make the right decisions and get ahead and win that war. I don't think we would have won the middle war in this game by any means. With all this conflict down here. And I decided to try to go for a snipe on purple. Because I saw his king was still in his TC. He's a little bit closer to me. And I think the problem we have here, I think, is that we don't have very many cavalry. So I didn't see it right away, but within a second or two, I noticed his king ran. I only have a couple of horsemen here, so, you know, you can see that, we just don't have it quite enough to get that king. So we took a pretty bad fight here, as you can see. We're clumped up in between his buildings now against mangonels and tons of great bombards against this Ottoman player, and things just aren't looking well. So this is what ended up being, well, you know, it was worth a shot, right? Like, if we got the king sniped, would have been great. We didn't get it, so I have to regroup here. What I've done, we can try to figure something else out, right? Or try again later. And meanwhile, it looks like green is for some reason not engaging right now. He's kind of regrouping. Maybe because he just took a fight too with purple. Purple right now is looking. He lost some units there too. It wasn't like a completely one-sided win for him. I definitely lost more though, as you can see. And now our money is also problematic. We don't have. I think we don't have quite enough workers, and we're having trouble managing our gold income and our food income. Partly because of what I mentioned with the deer, the late game, and also because of this right here. The purple is blasting us one of our last gold mines up here. You can see I figured green would have had these. I eventually checked, and like somehow he didn't have this gold down here. He decided to mine some of these ones more in his base. I feel like this was a mistake by green. You usually if you have secure mines in your base, you want to mine out towards the middle of the map more. And it looks like green is pushing purple. They're trading again. Fortunately, purple's not retaliating against me. He's having to deal with green. But it did buy me some time from a tough position, with not being able to quickly remax and not being able to. I probably would have lost if green wasn't here, Fortunately, no one's trying to take sacred sites here. Relics. Green has probably captured them, I assume. Not using his Euroshiro. I actually forget to do it sometimes too. A lot of times, actually. Okay, so he has 6 relics. Jeez. But the fortunate thing, I think Japan is the only civ that does not get tithe barns. So, despite having these 6 relics here, and maybe switch to his perspective. Okay, wait. Let's slow things down here. Go back. So what happened here is I went for it again, right? I'm going for it again. This time I have a little bit more cavalry. I have so we have 18 horsemen here this time. So I'm running out of gold. So as you can see, I'm making the horsemen, making spearmen. I'm making even some archers. Fortunately, I remember to get all those upgrades, and now they're all elite. So this time we have a few gilded spearmen or horsemen, and we surround the king and we take him out. So now we're doing well for ourselves, right? We've sniped one of the players. We've got a supply advantage now against our opponent, our last remaining opponent, 250 to 3. He's definitely got a bank income advantage, no doubt. We can see he just got so many more resources than I do at this point with the 6 relics that he's got to my 0. There's actually one over here that he missed, or somebody missed, or purple probably should have taken it. And you see he's only getting gold here from it, but it doesn't matter really because he's only short on wood a little bit, and everything else is just going off the rails. Meanwhile, my own economy, I get really good food now with all my guys. I've transitioned over because I've been struggling with food. Got a ton of wood in the bank. Gold has just been a constant problem. I don't really have any stone. Try to build keys or anything. So let's see what happens here. So I'm pushing towards the middle now. I'm actually not maxed. This is actually, I believe, a mistake on my part. Since the only advantage I have over this player is my supply, which hasn't been developed yet. Right now my military is only 147. Probably much less than that here. There's still a lot of troops rallying, and I decided to fight. Should have definitely waited on that. I didn't want to get into a point where he was in my base already though, because I knew I didn't have any walls. I didn't have a lot of keeps to defend myself, so I kind of wanted to take a quick, a trade pretty quickly here. This trade didn't really go in my favor. It looks like he has a lot of siege in the back here. You can see I only have a little bit of siege. And now I'm gonna get cleaned up. My siege is gonna get cleaned up. So I'm in a really tough spot, right? Like, look at this. I mean, I think most people would say, look at this and say, oh, you lost the game. Your food income's no good. Can make some siege here maybe, but my food bank's no good. Opponent, he's still pretty much maxed. He's got a bank, so what I decide to go for here, since he has so much siege, I can't break it, is I'm gonna try to build horsemen, knights, all that stuff, and try to do like a run by, right? Like that's my last gambit here before he destroys me. Try to do like a flank with some of these cavalry. We can see that he has mostly siege. He doesn't have a huge amount of spears or anything like that. He has some like hand cannoneers. Some of these Ojutsus looks like take out buildings. Other than that, there's not really spears, right? So we come around from the side with the cavalry. We charge through the stealth forest here. And we see, I guess he could see through it because he had units, but he wasn't able to position anything in time. He didn't really have any spears, and my cavalry were able to wipe out his siege line. So we finally cleaned him up. Now we've got some of our own mangonels help assist us against his infantry. That's all that he has remaining right now. Now we see that he's taking a tough trade. He still has a bank, so he can, he can pump up and remax if he regroups. But right now he's just kind of running his units into mine. He finally realizes that it's time to back up and regroup. Some of these units, they're still in the line of fire, and he's retreating up to these. He looks like he's trying to build a bunch of keeps. He's finally going to spend. He should have done this sooner, but he's finally going to spend his zone on building some keeps here on the sacred. Go for the sacred victory. So let's see. He's spent some of his bank. He sells a lot of food and gold, so he could make knights and men-at-arms, stuff like that. Hand cannoneers. Me, on the other hand, despite winning that battle, I'm still, struggling for my food, for my gold. I think I lost a lot of bills there. I think his units maybe wiped out some of my bills on food. And, we're struggling. We're, I think, trading a lot here. Trading our wood out for food and gold. Trying to regroup. But I have a lot of mangonels here. 7 mangoes. We're almost maxed again, so I'm starting to push forward and see what I want to see what he's got, because I know I need to deny these sacred sites, or I need to stop. I need to decap him. We see he's got a bunch of infantry. Is what he's remaxed mostly. No siege yet, as we can see. So I start focus firing with my mangonels here. You can see that he's not really prepared for this many mangonels. He doesn't have any springalds here. He's taking a real rough trade, right? I don't know why he kept building all these, I guess these are hand cannoneers. They kind of look like Ojutsu to me. I can't really tell the difference, I guess. But yeah, hand cannoneers were like probably the worst thing he could have made against mass mango. And, I mean, he couldn't really build siege because he didn't have any wood bank at this point. I mean, that's his bad, right? Like, there's no reason not to have a bunch of wood, right? Like, you should definitely be mining. He's actually not mining any right now. Jeez, what is he doing, man? He's got 36 idle workers. This player isn't the best, as you can see. I guess he assumed that he could get by with. He never thought imagined that he would lose a siege. And he still has never adapted to the fact that he's not getting any wood income. I guess all this gold, he doesn't even need to mine gold. He has these, but the 6 relics. But he should be mining. He should be harvesting wood, right? Like, there's no reason not to be. And he realizes that he's, there's no chance at this point. And he taps out, and we actually won that. Surprising, very shocking game for me to win. I did not think that would happen the way that it was starting out in the beginning of the game, but we managed to pull out a win, pull out the dub through our superior tactics. The other player was actually still in the game, the purple player that I'd sniped earlier. He was calling me like a sniper and a cheeser, and well, he was giving me props, but he was also kind of shit talking me, but it was kind of funny. I don't know why he stayed in the game till the end, but he did stay to see that I won. He thought I was gonna lose. I think he was trash talking me at first, but then when he saw that I had actually killed the other player, he He then started giving respect. But anyways, guys, that's the end of this one. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.